Hello, I'm Drew. I'm the Farm Campus Manager here at USA Regenerative Agricultural Alliance. Today what we're doing with our grass finishing steer herd is, the plan was at least, was to weigh them today. We try to weigh them every 30 days just to measure how well we're doing as far as rate of gain. I'm new to this area, right? I just moved here in June. It's been about 5 months. I was told that in the winter it gets just really muddy and really rough, and seems like all the old timers were right when telling me that. So our method of weighing them is actually up here on the top of this hill of our pasture. It wouldn't be the smartest thing in the world to have these 18 head run up that hill, weigh them, and then barrel back down here. I don't want to create a large cow mud hole down here before we move them through. So change of plan. What we're going to do is we're just going to move them on to more grass stockpile. So what I was trying to do with our management this year was try to unroll as much hay as possible while having as much green stockpiled grass ahead of us as we could. So what I need to be able to unroll hay is ground that is either frozen or at least not muddy to where I'm tearing the ground up with the tires that I'm unrolling the hay with. So the last about 5 days is when I cut that off, said we can't be unrolling hay anymore. So we've just been feeding our stockpiled grass that we have until it gets back to a point where either it freezes or it just dries up a little bit more. So right now I've ran out of what I'm comfortable with feeding on this field, and our next paddock over here is across what I call a driveway. It's really a road, but so few people drive on it that it is essentially a driveway. These cattle, we move them across the road probably every like 45 days, just the way our pastures are set up. So they're pretty used to it, they understand it, but the way we do it is pretty simple. We just set up a lane for them going from one gate to the next, about 3 shoulder widths for them apart. Call them in and walk them through. It's always a bluff. I don't electrify the fences that go across the road, and I just try to minimize the amount of time that I have fences over the road, because I don't want anyone starting to get annoyed with us moving these cattle across. I'm making them wait 45 minutes for them to get to work. They're already running late, right? So I just set it up in a way to where it's the least amount of time on the road as possible. Thanks. Oh, I know. So what we do is we completely set up the bluffs that are the lanes that bring them from one gate to the other across the road, without actually going across the road until the very last minute. That way any cars that need to come by have the ability to do that without having to wait on us. So it's now the time where it's the very last minute. So I'm gonna pull these reels across, put them there, and start calling these guys.